All right, good morning, guys. Well, no, it's not morning. It is actually, I say good morning, but now we flipped our schedule. It is actually nighttime. It's our morning. We just woke up, and this is the day we've been waiting for. If you've been following along, you saw, getting all the traps ready. It is October 4th. It is now, it's 10:45, so we're here at the marina. You can see the U-Haul behind us. We got it full of traps, and we're gonna start loading up to go out and do our first trip. This is the super exciting day for everybody. When you talk about lobster and crab, day one of putting the traps, it's such an exciting time because you've been waiting, 6 months to the off season to start. Everybody's excited for, a new year. Hopefully it'll be a good year, but we're gonna go ahead and get this boat started. And so the way that it works is, October 5th, which will be tomorrow, is day one of us putting the traps in the water. And then the first day that you can harvest crab to market is October 15th. So by the time we get this boat loaded up, we probably got, I don't know, we're thinking about an hour and 15 minutes on the first trip to load it up. We're really gonna load this thing up. More traps than we've ever done. We normally do this in 3 trips. We're gonna try to do it in 2 trips today. So we're gonna load this thing up heavy, only because we're starting late at night. We didn't do this last year. We started, early in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning. But the problem is that this year it happens to fall that the 5th is on a Saturday. And so you can see there's nobody here at Black Point Marina, but this thing gets crazy packed. And we want to be, respectful to the other boaters that are coming out. We don't want to tie up a dock for an hour and a half loading and baiting traps. We don't want to do that when people are trying to get their boats in the water to have fun. So we're starting early. The way that the rules are is to set the traps. You can actually set the traps. You could start at midnight. So we could leave here. If we get done before midnight, we've probably got, I don't know, counting the channel. This channel, if you've ever been to Black Point, it's like 2 miles long and it's idle speed. So it's about 15, 20 minutes to get out of it. But I would say from the dock right here to we're starting with the closest traps, it's probably about half an hour, 40 minutes that we have of a ride. So we're gonna drive out there, and first trap's gotta go in at midnight. So we are excited, we're pumped up. We're running on Cuban coffee and Red Bull and Mountain Dew. If you follow along, you know that my man drinks Mountain Dew here, my son. But let's get this thing loaded up and let's get out there. All right, guys, we finally got the boat there. It took a little bit longer than we thought it was gonna take. We made a little plan of how long everything was gonna take, and the first trip loading it definitely took a lot longer than we thought. We're in need of some more caffeine now to head out, but we are loaded up, we're ready to get out, and we're gonna start dropping these, and hopefully we'll be back here. I don't know, if we're on schedule, it'll be 2:30. So let's get ready, push off the dock, and bring you along. All right, guys, we are heading out our first trip. So what time is it? We're way behind the time that we wanted to leave, but it takes a little bit longer to record and, have to move the camera angles for you guys to see and enjoy what we're doing. Second trip when I come back, we'll do it in time lapse. We'll go ahead and load this thing out, but we are pushing off of the dock right now. It is dark. So 12:21, I thought it said 12:21. We are heading out, and we got about, like I said, I don't know, I think 30 to 40 minutes counting the drive here through the channel. But I'm gonna go ahead and get these lights turned off because they blind me, and we'll bring you along. We're ready to drop our first trap. Let's go. All right, so we are here. We had to put on our rain gear, man. It's gonna be nasty when we get out to the ocean side. So right now what we're dropping the traps that are the closest to us, which are inside of Biscayne Bay. And we'll drop these first, and then we're going out to the ocean side. But wind is ripping. Way more than I would like it to be for us to be full of traps. What's wrong? So we just gotta go nice and easy, because with these big waves and we're top heavy, drop the rope. We're top heavy. You gotta put the rubber mat, dude. After we're top heavy, so you know, you get a wave that gets you broadside incorrectly, and we have a risk of capsizing. We don't want to do that. So, and here we go. It is, I don't remember the time that we left the dock, but we are super heavy. So I think it was 12:20, I said. It definitely took us a little bit longer than I thought. It is 1:07 in the morning right now. We're getting ready to get to our first trap here. We are extremely heavy with bait and traps, and we're trying to get it all done in 2 trips, because I won't have enough fuel to make it in 3 trips. It'll be very tight, and we don't want to run that risk. So drop it. First trap going in. Here we go, baby. We are officially started. Stone crab season. So what I'm doing, guys, is we have every one of the traps. I don't know if you saw the video from last year, but you go back and see it. We actually set the traps last year in the daytime. This year we're doing it at night, because we don't want to be blocking up the marina. But so every trap is marked. The coordinates are marked, so I know exactly where the trap is. If it gets run off, it really helps us be able to recover the trap, hold that trap. Makes it easier to be able to locate the trap if it gets cut off. Drop it. We're right now, we're in 5 feet of water. The ocean side will be a little bit more difficult. Well, we got the traps a little bit deeper, anywhere from like 10 to 15 feet. And it's hard to retrieve it there. But here in the shallow water, all the ones that we'll have in shallow water, we will be able to see the trap from the surface, you know? And we'll be able to get it either with a gaff hook or a grappling hook. But we are moving along, baby. The ocean side, we're gonna get soaked. I'm dreading that. It was a beautiful day last year. And then once we get to the ocean side, so then I keep a log of every one of these coordinates and what we're catching. And so this year we're hoping, you know, we're putting traps where they were good to us last year. So I hope the crabs walk through the same spots as last year. But we shall see. The bad thing is that we're putting traps out, and we've got some tropical system that could come close to us next week with winds up to like 30 to 50 miles an hour, and that creates a nightmare because the waves push all the traps and move them so they're not in the same spot where you drop them. Drop it. And then you got to go hunting for them, and then you got to find them, pick them up, put them on the boat. Oh no, sorry buddy, we're not done with that line yet. And it just becomes a nightmare. A lot of work. Drop it. We are the first boat out here, man. I was shocked that none of the other guys are out here dropping traps, especially here inside of Biscayne Bay. So inside of Biscayne Bay, you know, we're really sheltered by all the islands, and I'll drop a picture of kind of what the bay looks like, but we're sheltered by islands, so it blocks a lot of the wind, and the waves are always, you know, even when you got a bad day out there, it's not bad in here. And I thought they would be out here. Drop it. Now we're gonna go and start our second line. And we'll be doing this, you know, until we get to the last one, and then steam back and reload. So if the early bird gets the worm, we are definitely the early bird.
Information broadcast regarding a hazardous weather outlook for all of South Florida regarding flooding, thunderstorms, rip current, and temperature. Listen to channel 22 Alpha 157.1 megahertz out.
Hold on. We're going this way.
National Weather Service hazardous weather outlook from coastal waters in Jupiter Inlet to ocean Florida at 20 to 60 nautical miles, excluding the territorial waters of the Bahamas. Flooding, slow-moving showers and thunderstorms may result in localized flooding concerns across portions of Palm Beach County and Collier County through the evening.
Oh, Nelly.
Thunderstorms are expected to develop today, with the best chances being over interior of Florida. Lightning, gusty winds, and locally heavy rainfall will be threats with any storm. Rip currents, there is a high risk for rip currents along the Palm Beaches today and a moderate risk of rip currents along the remainder of the East Coast beaches. Temperatures, peak heat indexes of 100 to 105 degrees will be possible this afternoon. All manners of caution break. This is United States Coast Guard Sacramento, Florida, out.
Wow, so I don't know if you guys got that, but it's going to be a bad day. Drop it. So, severe thunder and lightning storms rolling in. Warning from the Coast Guard. Severe flooding. High winds over 30 miles an hour. And to top it off, the temperature will also be a heat advisory. We're in October, by the way. 105 degrees. Stop it! I don't know if the cameras can pick up these waves, but it is. Yeah, I think they can pick it up. That camera's wet. It is rough, man. Drop it. Now the boat's really gonna navigate like crap because we've taken all the weight off the stern and everything that's left is piled up in the bow. So it's really hard to turn. And I hope we can make it through all these traps in the ocean side before these severe thunder and lightning storms come in. You do not want to be caught in that in the ocean. Oh, this water is killing me, man. Holy moly. And this is day one of the season and it's like this. This is unbelievable. Normally it doesn't get like this when we're battling these waves and foul weather gear until we're hitting like December. And then that December, January, February, March time frame is horrific. Man, this weather is nasty. Oh man, nothing like being soaked from head to toe at 1 o'clock in the morning. There's waves coming over the bow. So at the end of this trip, the one that we're on right now, once we get done with all these traps in the shallow, we're going out of the channel and we're dropping a line out on the ocean side to try to have less weight on the boat for the second trip. It's going to be loaded down more than this trip. Number one priority doing this is safety. Doesn't matter if we take a little bit longer than we thought. We got to be safe. It's nighttime. Drop it. Nighttime. And nighttime in the ocean. Don't drop the rope yet. I got to turn. Nighttime in the ocean can be very dangerous if somebody were to fall into the water. Well, we are just getting pounded with these waves, man. This is unbearable. That's why it's hard to steer. Look at these waves, bro. Oh! This is not fun. Because what makes it so hard is that since you can't see the wave. It's hard to keep your balance and thank God we are getting to the end of this first one, the first trip. We should have 4, 9, 10, 11 more in the shallow, if my memory is correct, and 6 on the ocean side. And then we steam back. Help me be looking here. This is the intercoastal right here. Make sure there's no boat traffic. And we got on all our lights, so you'd have to be pretty dumb to crash into us. Oh, the ocean side is gonna be trippy. It is pitch black. 900 feet from the spot.
Oh, can you see everything now? See all of them?
Huh?
You see all of them now?
Yeah. Yeah, those are boats that are anchored there. 700 feet. Don't drop the rope yet, let me turn in line. This is not something I would recommend anybody to do at night, and dropping traps at night if you're not very familiar with the area. Drop it. And you're not very comfortable with your electronics. Yeah, I know. There's boats there. With your electronics and what you're doing, it could be very dangerous. It's like right here where we're at, there's a marker along the intercoastal that I know because I navigate through here. It's right in front of us. And it's got no light. It's got no reflective sign. Somebody hit it a long time ago and they haven't repaired it. And if you don't know, it could be a very dangerous situation. And even if you're familiar with the area, I would tell you be very cautious. Things change from one day to the next. Drop it. Last one, and then we're going to the ocean side. Drop it. All right, guys, we're gonna turn off these cameras. And I'll bring it back when we're tight on battery, and I don't want to change the battery until we get back to the dock because I don't want to get them full of salt water. But I will bring you back on the ocean side with our last 6 from this trip. All right, here we are, ocean side. It is dark. Dark. We got 6 to drop here, and then about an hour drive back. Drop it. Where? Yeah, that's Captain Abel. We're a little bit behind schedule. It took us a little bit longer to load the boat than what we thought, but I made a big old rookie mistake and I forgot the keys to the U-Haul at the house. So I had to go back to get them. So that put us like 30-40 minutes behind round trip. Drop it. But we're doing good. We're moving along good. Being safe is the most important thing. So, and on a night like this where it is so dark, we got to be very careful navigating. So many people out here that don't know what they're doing. They anchor with no lights on, or they're navigating with no lights. It's super dangerous situation. We got a bunch of videos in our Boating 101 playlist and our Garmin Marine series. If you're watching, check it out. Show you how to read the chart plotter, all of our safety checklists, everything that we do to really prevent accidents on the water. Drop it. Definitely go and check those out. We've got a bunch of videos in there that are very helpful. Boating 101 playlist, we got a bunch in there. Not only do we talk about, you know, life jackets, flares, a bunch of stuff, what you need on your boat. We also do maintenance. We show you how to do some of the things. I would highly recommend to check that out, and to check out our Garmin 101, our Garmin Marine electronics playlist. We show you a bunch of stuff there to do with your chart plotter, how to read it, how to use it. Anybody could get good benefit out of that. And it will help bring awareness to boating safety, and that's what we want. Make sure everybody's safe out here on the water. Drop it. Well, so far we are doing excellent. We haven't seen any of those storms. Well, I mean, I've seen them on the radar, but they haven't come over us, thank God. You never want to be caught in one of those storms, and it's even worse at night because you can't see. You know, you can't see the waves. It's just pitch black. could be a very unsafe situation. So we want to be, we know those storms are coming. We want to be done with all this. I don't mind doing a barbecue in the rain, but definitely don't want to be out here in a thunderstorm. But it's not too bad here where we're at. It definitely feels better than when we left this morning. I don't know if it's getting better or we're just getting used to it. Drop it. All right, last one of the first trip. Drop it. All right, put that black rug away. Guys, we are done with the first trip. We did it. So we are going to bring you guys along when we get back to the dock because I gotta listen to some music. I gotta listen to some music. 2:31 in the morning right now. If you're following along with us on the time check, we are going to put these cameras away, secure everything, and give this thing some speed and head back to the dock, load up for trip number 2. Let's go, baby, let's go. Go, trip number 2. We are pushing off the dock, and it is 4:53 in the morning, and it's already raining. So, but we are loaded down real heavy. This one we got a long ways to go. But with this trip, we've got every trap on this second trip, so we'll be done after this one. But man, we're hurting. We're hurting already. It is time for some caffeine and some Motrin. We got a long ride to the first movie. I thought when I was planning this out, an hour and 15 minutes, but this thing could be like an hour and 45 minutes with the seas the way that they are and as heavy as we are loaded down. I mean, we don't have an inch on this boat to spare, but keep chugging along. We are tired. We're gonna put on some music. We're gonna drink some caffeine, drink some Motrin, and we will bring you along when we get out to the ocean side. All right, let's go. Good. All right, guys, we are, holy moly, we are done. And we are trying to get back because we weren't able to record a lot on the second trip. We did a little bit of recording there, but we had already put like half of the boat in the water because we got caught in one of those nasty storms. It was scary. It was a little scary. I mean, we were so loaded with traps that you become top heavy and you can capsize, and it was very strong winds, rain. I mean, we couldn't see anything. Probably an hour and a half navigating in that, and like I said, it was pretty scary. So we wanted to start, it was not safe to start trying to set up camera. We needed to get weight off the boat, but we're finally done. For those of you that are following along, it is 8:20 in the morning, and we got some other guys out here putting traps in, and we got to steam back. We got, I would say, hour and a half from here to get back to the marina. Then we got to clean this boat, and we got to get the ribs on the grill. We're gonna eat early. We're gonna have ribs for breakfast and chicken wings, and we might catch one game of college football. And I'm tired, man, and my son is whooped. I mean, we've had a tough, we woke up at 9 o'clock, so we've been at this, by the time we get to Marino, it'll be, 12 and a half hours, 13 hours. But, so guys, this is what we do. If you saw the video, if you haven't seen it, check it out. I'll link it at the end of this one, of all the work getting ready in the off season with the traps. And now this is day one of the season, putting the traps out. And I'm gonna bring you along in 10 days when the crab opens up, and it'll be the first day that you can harvest crab to market. And fingers crossed for a great first pull and an unbelievable season. So thank you for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one.